Millennials. The generation that precedes Gen Z, millennials grew up in an era of technology disruption, having experienced life before and after the internet, and thrive on memes and weird humor.
Wait a minute, isn't Gen Z the same too?
Yeah, but there's a difference. I spoke about how Gen Z's humor isn't broken in my previous video, and although Gen Z revel in memes that don't make sense, millennial humor both confuses and delights. Well, that's what I've been told. Those shitposting you see online, wait, am I allowed to say that? Which is borderline absurd, often reflects the atmosphere in which millennials grew up in.
Dude, that's so deep, I almost met a down rolling in it.
One thing's for sure, millennials live in a world that looks nothing like the one their parents grew up in. Ooh, an iPad. Ooh, an apple. The brand, not the fruit. How many of you grew up with Super Mario and Duck Hunt? Come on, show of hands. Oh wait, never mind, I can see them. Gen Z and millennials don't have the ability to change the world as they know it, but what they are good at is posting memes or GIFs online, talking about it. And often these memes seem to be like screaming into the void, but sometimes the void screams back through likes and comments and the retweets you see on social media. Let's talk about social media for a moment. Gen Zs with their near zero attention span prefer platforms like TikTok, Snapchat and YouTube, whereas you find millennials browsing through Facebook and Twitter more often. In fact, millennials were even told by Gen Z to get off TikTok. Millennials enjoy the dank style memes and the weird Twitter humor, but I just need to make it clear that weird humor is subjective. To them, the world has stopped making sense at some point in their lives, and it's kind of hard making sense too nowadays. They seem to be a target of mockery because of their Y2K era habits, like doggos? Was it doggos or dodge or doggies?
Oh my god, Dorothy, do you like my new doggo? Yaw, look at that cute little doggy. Would you look at that? By the way, what's a doggo? Dorothy, please. It's my word for dog. Well, does your doggo have a name? Like, duh. Of course it does. Call him Dirty.
I know, it doesn't seem fair. Haven't millennials been through enough shit themselves? Financial crisis, being labeled spoiled little brats by boomers, and Gen Z shitting on them on TikTok? Well yeah, maybe, just maybe one of the reasons why they're constantly targeted is because of the way millennials portray themselves. They speak of adulting, but they wear stuff like this. They appear chill, but they vomit stuff like this.
Hey!
Don't you talk to me before my coffee.
Dang girl, you don't gotta be a bitch about it.
What? Nathaniel, I'm totally disappointed in you. Would you grow up, please?
All while wearing a stupid ass tee. Dear millennials, don't worry, you're doing fine. Millennials are a generation obsessed with defining themselves by interests and identities. Stuff like nostalgia, brand loyalty, and political figures all make up what they believe in. Millennials were called up for blaming aspects of a broken system, whereas Gen Z is ready to just tear it down. Sometimes it's hard to tell if Gen Z is being serious or not, but for millennials, oh, you can smell them being too earnest from a mile away. Like, we're both coping with the same old shitty world, but they complain way too much and can't cope with it. The bottom line is, millennials aren't cringy. They're just always glued to their phones and are probably insecure about the future, but they understand what's a joke when they hear one. And after all, ain't I a joke too if I'm making a video so serious over a joke? Ding!